The Simpsons Timeline Summary. Have you ever wondered how a yellow-skinned family from a town called Springfield became a global cultural phenomenon? Some say it's because of their catchy intro song, while others believe it's because of their timeless humor. To get answers, let's cover the Simpsons series from start to end. Season 1 to 3, The Humble Beginnings. Before The Simpsons became a standalone series, it found its humble beginnings as animated shorts on The Tracy Ullman Show in 1987. Created by Matt Groening, these short sketches introduced the quirky and endearing Simpson family to the world. The true heart of The Simpsons lies in its beloved characters: the bumbling but lovable patriarch Homer Simpson, the prankster Bart, the optimistic and spirited Lisa, the patient and ever-supportive Marge, and the wisecracking baby Maggie. Their family dynamics have resonated with millions, creating an emotional connection that withstands the test of time. Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire is the first episode of The Simpsons ever aired. It is a Christmas episode that follows Homer as he tries to buy a Christmas present for Marge. The episode is full of classic Simpsons moments, such as Homer getting a job as a mall Santa and the adoption of Santa's little helper. Following the same pattern of this heartfulness, the episode I Married Marge follows the story of how Homer and Marge met and fell in love. The episode is full of funny and heartwarming moments, such as Homer and Marge finding out Marge is pregnant, Homer's proposal to Marge, Homer trying out different jobs before he ends up in the nuclear plant, and Bart's birth. Last but certainly not the least, one of the highlights of the third season is the episode Homer at the Bat, which is a baseball episode that features the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant softball team. Homer also uses his magic bat, which he made out of a tree which was struck by lightning. The episode is full of cameos from actual baseball players, such as Jose Canseco, Steve Sax, and more. In addition to their humor, the first 3 seasons of The Simpsons also deal with some more serious topics. For example, I Married Marge explores the themes of love, marriage, and family, while Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire touches on the topic of poverty. These episodes made the viewers think that The Simpsons is more than just a funny show, as it can be insightful and thought-provoking. The first 3 seasons of The Simpsons are a classic example of how to do comedy and social commentary well. Season 4 to 6, Expansion and Cultural Impact. The Simpsons' popularity grew exponentially during seasons 4 to 6 as the series became a household name and its characters became some of the most recognizable in the world. The Simpsons' popularity during these seasons was due in part to its ability to satirize current events. The writers were able to experiment with new ideas and formats, and they often pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable on television. Like in Marge vs. the Monorail, which is a classic Simpsons episode and a satire of the American love affair with transportation projects. It features one of the show's most memorable characters, Lyle Lanley, a con artist who comes to Springfield with a plan to build a monorail. Homer becomes the conductor, but Marge discovers Lanley's sinister plan to destroy Springfield. As the monorail's maiden voyage goes awry, Homer and Marge find a way to stop it with help from scientist Sebastian Cobb. They use a giant M from the monorail to anchor it, saving the passengers. The monorail fiasco becomes Springfield's last folly, ending with humorous recollections of other failed projects. Following the subject of satire, Last Exit to Springfield is another classic Simpsons episode, which is a dark and satirical look at the working class in America. The episode follows Homer as he works a long and grueling shift at the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant. Homer is treated poorly by his boss, Mr. Burns, and he is constantly under pressure to meet unrealistic deadlines. The episode culminates in a riot at the plant, which is led by Homer. This was a powerful episode that offers a scathing indictment of the American workplace. The episode shows how the working class is often exploited and abused by their employers. It also shows how the stress of working in a difficult environment can lead to violence and unrest. But the theme switches up when in Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes?, Homer learns that his low sperm count could lead to a lawsuit against the power plant. Mr. Burns tricks Homer into signing a waiver by presenting it as an award, but Homer receives only $2,000. Meanwhile, Herb Powell, now homeless, comes up with a baby translator idea and seeks the Simpsons' help. Homer plans to spend the award money on a vibrating chair, but Marge convinces him to give it to Herb. Herb's baby translator becomes a huge success, and he regains his fortune. He then returns to thank the Simpsons and reconciles with Homer, giving him the vibrating chair as a sign of forgiveness. The episode ends with Homer happily enjoying the chair. Season 7 to 9. The Golden Age. The Simpsons' popularity continued to grow during seasons 7 to 9 as the show became a global phenomenon and it was translated into dozens of languages. Although it is still a popular show today, but it is unlikely that it will ever reach the heights of its golden age. Sideshow Bob's Last Gleaming is a political satire that follows Sideshow Bob as he escapes prison and tries to take over Springfield by holding the town hostage with a bomb. The episode is full of hilarious moments, such as Sideshow Bob taking Bart hostage, and it offers a scathing indictment of American politics. Sideshow Bob's plan to take over Springfield is thinly veiled allegory for the dangers of political extremism. The episode also makes fun of the media's coverage of terrorism and the government's response to it. Focusing on another side character, Raging Abe Simpson and his grumbling grandson in The Curse of the Flying Hellfish is a flashback episode that tells the story of Abe Simpson's past. The episode is full of action, humor, and heart, and it offers a glimpse into Abe's past that viewers never knew existed. It follows Abe and Bart as they find a lost treasure while also fighting off Burns. It is a rare, heartwarming episode that shows the power of family and friendship. It is a testament of The Simpsons' ability to tell not only funny but meaningful stories as well. One of the episodes which is targeted towards a more adult audience is Natural Born Kissers, which follows Homer and Marge as they try to save their marriage after they go through a rough patch. They find out that their life behind closed doors has gotten stale, and so the only way to spice it up is to take risks. It should also be mentioned that this episode is widely known as the most inappropriate episode of the series by critics. Season 10 to 15. Evolution and Endurance. In seasons 10 to 15, The Simpsons underwent significant changes in storytelling and animation, exploring more complex plots and diverse themes beyond the traditional family-centric narratives. The Simpsons also gained a reputation for seemingly predicting real-world events, such as a mutated fish near a nuclear plant, Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime performance, and the Disney-Fox merger. These predictions blurred the line between fiction and reality, sparking wonder and discussion among audiences and critics. One of these prophetic episodes is Bart to the Future, in which the Simpsons take a trip to a park infested with mosquitoes. Bart is taught a lesson by the casino manager, who shows him a glimpse of his future at 40. In the vision, Bart is adrift, living with Ralph Wiggum and in an unsuccessful band. Meanwhile, Lisa becomes the first straight female president of America, which is in crisis. The vision ends, but Bart doesn't seem to learn from it, leaving him unchanged in the present. Even though it seems like just another Simpsons episode, it's famous for successfully predicting that Donald Trump will be president of the USA. In fact, Lisa is shown to be fixing everything Trump ruined in the future. Bart saw the future, but in the episode Homer vs. Dignity, he never expected to get his first A by studying and not cheating, and the family celebrates at the Singing Sirloin. Unable to pay, they attempt to dine and dash, but get caught and must play mariachi music to pay off the bill. Marge suggests seeing a financial planner due to their financial troubles caused by Homer's budgeting issues. The planner advises they need more money, as even bankruptcy won't solve their problems. Mr. Burns hires Homer as his prank monkey for money. However, Homer's secret pranks cause harm to others. Lisa encourages him to stand up to Burns, and he decides to donate the money to charity. Homer becomes the Santa Claus for the Thanksgiving Day parade after donating the ill-gotten money to buy toys for poor children. Burns tries to tempt Homer to throw fish guts instead of presents for $1 million. Homer initially struggles, but chooses dignity over money. At the parade, Lisa is heartbroken when she sees Santa throwing fish guts, but then realizes it's Mr. Burns, not her father. The family gets pelted by fish guts, but Homer's choice restores their dignity and bond. Season 16 to 30. The Modern Era. One of Season 16's most memorable episodes is On a Clear Day I Can't See My Sisters. It starts on a field trip where Lisa expresses concerns about the melting glacier due to global warming. But her classmates ignore her and Bart plays a prank. Meanwhile, Homer becomes a greeter at Sprawl Mart, and Lisa files a restraining order against Bart. He struggles to cope, seeking solace in nature and living outdoors. Bart's frustration leads him to build a wicker statue of Lisa as an outlet for his suppressed anger. However, when Lisa misinterprets it as a sincere gesture of remorse, she forgives Bart, breaking the restraining order, and they reconcile. The family comes together, dancing around the burning statue as a symbol of unity and acceptance. As the credits roll and the Herb Alpert tune Tijuana Taxi plays, Bart reflects on the reconciliation with Lisa and the lessons learned during this challenging time. The experience teaches him the power of understanding and forgiveness, leading to personal growth and a stronger bond with his family. However, the mood quickly changes from family bonding to another mischief of Bart. As in one of the iconic episodes from this era, Pranks to Rap, Bart isn't allowed to go to a rap concert, so he escapes while mentioning that he is kidnapped. This causes a lot of misunderstandings and a hectic day for the Simpsons family for us viewers to enjoy. Another one of the memorable episodes from this era was the episode Oh Brother, Where Bart Thou?, which features the Simpson family staying home with no power. Bart is unable to leave his house to enjoy a day off from school. Lisa and Maggie bond, making Bart feel left out. Bart realizes in a dream that he wants a baby brother. So he attempts to get Marge and Homer to have another child by setting up a romantic dinner for them. But the plan doesn't work out because the couple were too full to do anything. He befriends an orphan named Charlie when he goes to an adoption center, but faces challenges as a big brother. Lisa advises Bart to let Charlie be adopted legally. In the end, Bart and Homer watch a scary movie together, showing their bond. Just like how Bart and Homer grew closer after that, the chance for Homer and Marge to grow closer came as well in the episode Boy Meets Curl. Homer and Marge's plans of a date night are disrupted when Homer's work requires him to clean up a radioactive leak. Marge gets annoyed as Homer arrives late, but they try to enjoy a movie only to be disturbed by noise. They end up ice skating and then discover their talent for curling. Marge and Homer join Agnes and Seymour Skinner's curling team, and Marge's experience as a floor sweeper proves valuable. They qualify for the demonstration sport of mixed doubles curling at the 2010 Winter Olympics. Meanwhile, Lisa becomes obsessed with collecting Olympic mascot pins, but Bart helps her overcome her addiction. In Vancouver, the Simpsons encounter the Medicine Woman and witness the Ghostbusters-inspired opening ceremony. During the curling competition, Marge injures her shoulder, but reveals a secret that she is left-handed. She then switches to her dominant hand and leads the team to victory and the gold medal, the first and only medal for the USA in the Olympics. The episode ends with Homer accidentally cheering with the Swedish flag, but quickly changing it to the American flag. But in classic Simpsons fashion, there's bound to be an ambitious episode in every season where the creators think out of the box, and it was none other than the episode Brick Like Me, which is set in a Lego world, where Homer wakes up and goes to purchase a Lego castle for Lisa's birthday. At school, Bart accidentally collapses the school, and Skinner tells him to rebuild it. Meanwhile, Homer has visions of his cartoon self and starts questioning reality. He discovers he can change back to his normal cartoon self by opening the Lego castle box. He then enjoys his fantasy life in the Lego world, but realizes he can't live in a dream and decides to go back to his regular life. Last but certainly not the least, another very famous episode from this era was the episode Bart's Not Dead. It follows Bart as he faces a dare from bullies but declines, earning their wrath. Later, he takes a dangerous dare to jump off a dam and gets injured. Bart lies about seeing heaven to impress Marge by telling her that her grandpa called Homer an idiot and becomes popular. A movie about his experience is made, causing Bart nightmares. The movie is a success, but Bart confesses the truth to Marge and Lisa, leading to backlash from Springfielders. This episode even features the famous actress who is well known for being in DC superhero movies and the Fast and Furious franchise, Gal Gadot, as she comes in to audition for the movie. Season 31 to 34, Embracing the Future. One of the most memorable episodes from last season's was the Fat Blue Line. In this episode, Homer realizes that he and others have been pickpocketed. Fit Fat Tony, believing he was framed, is arrested, but claims innocence. Chief Wiggum, feeling down after losing his job, decides to help prove Fit Fat Tony's innocence. With Wiggum's assistance, Fit Fat Tony discovers the real culprit is Johnny Tightlips, who had been taking Paxil, which gave him the confidence to betray Tony. During the confrontation, Homer is accidentally shot but saved by Wiggum. In the end, Wiggum regains his job and receives support from Marge. Wiggum, Homer, and Fit Fat Tony celebrate their victory with a toast at Giuseppe's. This episode also opened up with a parody of Freddie Mercury's last performance ever with his band Queen. On top of it, it also boasts an impressive guest starring from Jason Momoa, famous for being Aquaman, and Bob Odenkirk, famous for being in the Breaking Bad series. But the next episode in our list wasn't focused around side characters, but our very own Lisa. The episode Miseducation of Lisa Simpson features a silly prediction about the future of schooling systems. It starts when a buried treasure is found, and with the money, Marge suggests building a STEM school to educate the children in science, technology, engineering, and math. Initially met with resistance, the idea gains momentum with the support of John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, pop culture icons. At the newly built STEM school, Bart enjoys his video game-infused education, while Lisa excels in a gifted class focusing on advanced subjects. Meanwhile, Lisa learns that the algorithm determining students' future careers only offers menial jobs, leading her to try to rewrite the algorithm. However, the siblings discover that all the future jobs are limited to just looking after senior citizens, causing chaos and destroying the STEM school. In the end, Homer assures Marge that they will find another way to provide education for the town. But unlike this episode, which centered around education, the finale of season 31 revolves around Santa's little helper, who becomes agitated during the Simpsons' Christmas celebration, showing signs of past trauma from his days as an abused racing dog. Lisa suggests seeking help from dog psychologist Elaine Wolf, but her berating seminar proves unhelpful. When Lisa tries to make the family empathize with the dog's memories, they finally understand his distress. Marge gets nipped when reaching for a Santa Claus hat that triggers bad memories for the dog. Bart decides to sleep outside with Santa's little helper, and the next day, they encounter an incompetent vet who wants to euthanize the dog. In a panic, they call the police, but just before animal control arrives, Wolf appears, wanting to save him. She takes the dog to her therapy institute and discovers that his trauma stems from his childhood. Wolf tracks down the dog's mother, She Biscuit, at the no-kill kennel, where a dog trainer had taken him from. The Simpsons are outraged, but they warm up when the mother and son are reunited. Eventually, they adopt She Biscuit and provide her a happy home. So that will be it from us. If you enjoyed the video, then leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for similar content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Empathize with the dog's memories, they finally understand his distress. Marge gets nipped when reaching for a Santa Claus hat that triggers bad memories for the dog. Bart decides to sleep outside with Santa's little helper, and the next day, they encounter an incompetent vet who wants to euthanize the dog. In a panic, they call the police, but just before animal control arrives, Wolf appears, wanting to save him. She takes the dog to her therapy institute and discovers that his trauma stems from his childhood. Wolf tracks down the dog's mother, She Biscuit, at the no-kill kennel, where a dog trainer had taken him from. The Simpsons are outraged, but they warm up when the mother and son are reunited. Eventually, they adopt She Biscuit and provide her a happy home. So that will be it from us. If you enjoyed the video, then leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for similar content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.